welcome back to yet another video. Guys, today we're going to be making something very interesting. I haven't made it in a while, and these are the ingredients. We have our plantains, we have our onions, our garlic, our tomatoes, and of course we have our bell peppers. Now, for those who are wondering what's the difference between a plantain and a regular banana, well, this is how it looks like. It's a bit longer, it's a bit more slender, and as you can see, the normal banana, it's ripe from top to bottom. It's a bit plumper and the size is not as big. Okay, so we're going to start with slicing the ends of our plantains and then slice in the middle, and voila, it's very firm to the touch. And it would be my advice, whenever you're going, before you cook the plantain, please go for the ripe ones. The extra yellow ones, I came to realize those ones are so sweet and they're not as hard after cooking them. Of course, you can eat them like this. You can fry them when they're a bit hard, but for my own preference, I like it when after frying them they're a bit soft. So you angle your banana or your plantain and then you start cutting diagonally. You see that shape, as opposed to cutting it circularly. I don't know if that's proper grammar, but pardon me today. So there you go, we're done. Tick. Next is slicing our onions. You peel it out, slice in the middle, and then you just go chopping it up. Other people like finely chopped. I prefer cutting mine just as you see them right now. Of course, you know, the more onions, the better, because I found out that onions are a natural spice. So if you want to have a little bit of flavor in your food, I'd suggest the more onions, especially if you don't like using spices. Done. Next we go to our garlic, thinly minced, to avoid you biting into a garlic while you're eating. You know, I mind it, maybe you don't, but for me I do. So I thinly chop them up, then I go over it again with a knife, chop. In cooking, do not rush, take your time. It's beauty, it's art. Okay, done. Next, you guys know the drill by now. We're chopping all our bell peppers, putting them aside. We chop our tomatoes in manageable sizes, because what are we gonna do? I'm pretty sure some of you already know, and you've already said it. Yep. Next is we're blending them. And plus, doesn't it look so cute? So we're going to add our spices. We're going to start with the salt. This is how it looks like. It's a little bit powder and it's healthier. Then next we're going to go with our cumin. We didn't add this in the last video, but we're going to add it today. So a little bit of cumin. Of course, we're using our cup for measuring. Next we go with our garlic powder. Even though we already minced some garlic, you can't have enough garlic, okay? So there we go with the powder. And then next, paprika for some color, paprika for some heat. Don't add too much though. So there we go. Next we're going to add our black pepper. Dab. There you go, that's enough. And next, taco seasoning. You guys, how excited was I when I saw taco seasoning on the shelf? That the ingredients, it basically has everything that we've added, but it adds a little bit of sweetness to it, I came to realize. And of course, our soy mushroom dark sauce. You guys, I have bottles and bottles of that. Once you've blended, this is how it's going to look like, the consistency. Yeah. So in a preheated pan, we already added our pre-boiled meat, and we added some olive oil and we fried the meat. And then next, now we added our onions and the garlic. I'm using the flash here, so that's why it looks the way, the difference in clips, but the whole point is to make you guys see every single thing nicely. We're going to add a little bit more of extra virgin oil. I love this. Of course, you can add whichever vegetable oil you prefer. So here we go, we coat it, we let all the garlic and the onions come together with the meat, and then we place it aside and leave it. Tick. Oh, next we're going with our curry powder. You guys, if you don't have curry powder, please go get some. It makes a whole lot of difference. Okay, and then we mix. Some people prefer now, after a few minutes, you can have it just the way it is, but we have more things to add. So leave it for a while, and then next we are going to go in. Oh, pardon me, you guys, dessert. We have to have dessert. In Nairobi, it's been chilly. Mara, it's hot, and today was one of those days. It was so hot. So I went and grabbed some cookies and cream, my favorite flavor from KFC, and we just had to prepare our dessert on the side. Tick. Back to our meat. So after it's prepared for a little while, we're going to add in our blended mixture. Look at that. It looks so good, and it smelled good too. So we're going to let that cook for a minute. We're going to coat our meat and drown it in the sauce and let that cook for a minute. Of course, stir it, make sure everything is well covered. Then we're going to leave it for a few minutes. Then we come back to it. Tick. Now, many people like having their plantains in so many different ways. You can roast them, you can sun dry them, I don't know, but for me, I like frying them. So preheat a pan with oil. Then once it's heated up, you can add your plantain. You guys, I have never changed my way of cooking plantains immediately I tried them this way. It is so good. So good. Keep an eye on them because they're quick to cook. Use your scoop, whatever it is you use, to just check on them, make sure they're good. Okay, as you can see now, the color has changed, and for me this was pretty good. It was crunchy, the color had changed, it was ready. You guys, I was so tempted to taste one, but patience is key. So I let them cook for a little bit, and then they were ready. Tick. Now it comes to plating. Wasn't that quick? And then in goes the meat, not the sauce, but it is beef sauce. Tick. And there you have it. It's a good substitute to French fries. So you guys, it was so good. You won't regret it. Kindly subscribe, like the video, and see you next time.